Hi everyone! So today we'll be taking a look at Irgazin yellow, I think that's how you pronounce it, made with PY129. It's usually more known as green gold, or in Daniel Smith's version, rich green gold, and sometimes it goes by its chemical name, which is azomethine green yellow, and we'll be taking a look at Van Gogh's version today. So according to Artist Creation, PY129 is a slightly dull, light greenish yellow to yellowish green. It's medium tinting and highly staining. But personally, after trying these, I'd consider them strong tinting even. It's also very light fast. I think this doesn't seem to be that much of a popular pigment, but I personally really like it as my cool yellow in my palettes sometimes. So this one's right here. Wet brush again. Dab, dab. It's a really tiny pan. Maybe I'll do another dab. Beautiful color right there. Do some more dabs. Lovely, lovely. It's so bright. It reminds me of Nickel Azo Yellow, PY150, where there's that beautiful glow. Let's see if I could pack on some more pigment and see what it's like in mass tone. I quite like Daniel Smith's because it doesn't really get brown. It feels like I wouldn't consider that brown, just maybe more green. It's a very difficult color to explain in mass tone. Alright, next up, azomethine green yellow by Van Gogh. Dab, dab, dab. Oops, not as pigmented or highly stained, not as pigmented, yeah. Wow, I actually need to dig this out. Right away I'm seeing that the Van Gogh's version actually feels like it's more brown in a sense, whereas the Daniel Smith one doesn't feel brown but just feels more green. So I'm sorry I don't have any others to compare this to, I just have the two. And there we go. Let's see if I could pack on some more pigment on here. Can it get as brown? Well, now that it's side by side, the Van Gogh version doesn't seem that bad, but I do prefer the Daniel Smith version. Okay, we'll let them dry and we'll be right back. And I'm now back after the swatches have completely dried. The first thing I'd like to say is that there's not much of a drying shift at all, and the Van Gogh one, it's really hard to tell you on the camera. Doesn't show it properly, but I feel like the Van Gogh one is much more brown, and that's what brown is in very dull, whereas the rich green gold by Daniel Smith, it's this cool greenish yellow color, and in mass tone it doesn't get as brown. It stays this super mossy olivey green, whereas the Van Gogh one, it feels like almost like a dark brown olivey green, if that makes sense. And I think that's the main differences. Would I buy the artist grade version compared to the student grade version? Obviously this isn't the same brand, but still. Personally, I think I'd need to paint with this some more to be able to conclude whether I would like it or not, but between the two, I do like Daniel Smith's version more. But what about you guys? I know PY129 isn't very popular as a cool yellow or as a color in general, but it seems to be a somewhat new pigment in the last several years, and people are starting to use it more. So I want to know if any of you have already been using PY129 ever since it was earlier on, or have you recently discovered it like me in recent years? Personally, I like to use it as my cool yellow instead of, you know, those lemon yellows and whatnot. I actually have a video showing you some mixes this PY129 could create. So I'll link it below and you could check that out. And if you'd like to see the scans of these, just continue watching and I'll put them right after this. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drink lots of water and stay hydrated.